Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church with another Proverbs Practical. Our last video gave us a way that we can avoid a lot of trouble in our lives. This next verse gives us a key definition of someone that we ought to be looking out for. We're in Proverbs 21:24. Proverbs 21:24 says, "Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who deals in proud wrath." The scorner is perhaps the worst of the villains in the book of Proverbs. The wicked is bad, sure. The fool is a tragedy. The simple are sometimes a project and sometimes a disaster, but for them there is hope. But the scorner has nothing positive about him in the book, and indeed in the scriptures. There are repeated injunctions to discipline scorners or to get rid of scorners, to cast them out. And so we'd be wise to have the right expectations of the people that we deal with. There are a number of warnings and admonitions about scorners in Proverbs. They can be so disruptive and destructive. One of the most frequent questions I get from teachers and leaders is how to recognize the scorners and tell them apart from other troubled or problematic people. So how do you know who is a scorner? Is it anybody who makes a joke? Well, I certainly hope not. Is it anyone who mocks anything? Not necessarily, though that's getting closer. This verse gives us a couple of key clues to the character of the scorner, things that we can look out for. One of them is something that we can't really see, but God can. The other is the real key that we're looking for. The first thing we see is where the scorner stands internally. It says he's proud and haughty. He's arrogant. He thinks he knows better than those that he scorns, or that he is better than those that he scorns. He's decided that he is the ultimate arbiter of right and wrong, or at least that he's superior to the other people that he's dealing with. He's going to have a real problem with authority because he thinks he should be the authority. He's made himself God to himself. Now, of course, only God knows someone's heart. And sometimes we think someone who's stuck up, who's just shy. Somebody who's stubborn, we think, may simply be quiet and steadfast. Someone we think is proud may just be confident. It would do us well to be humble about our limitations and thus careful in our judgments of others. But God does know the heart and often the manner of his scorning and the way he mocks things, and these show that he thinks himself superior. And then we find the external dealing that reveals this. It says he deals in proud wrath. So the scorner isn't just a good-natured goof-off, quick to laugh at himself and laugh at anybody else. He's not just a jokester or a prankster. It says he deals in proud wrath. He's angry in his pride. He judges and finds those he judges wanting, and he goes after them like they have personally offended him. He criticizes and condemns angrily, not humbly, graciously, or mercifully. He treats others with anger and contempt rather than with respect and gentleness. So when you come across someone who angrily mocks, who puts things down and people down from a sense of self-superiority, who takes things into their own hands in anger, steer clear of that person. Avoid them, get them out of whatever group that you're in, that they're in if you can. There's nothing good in the Bible about them or for them until they are willing to be humbled. And please yourselves, live humbly and calmly. When you're proud and angry, when you're raging and wrathful, convinced of the superiority of your position or person, and angry that others won't acknowledge that, you're headed into scorner territory. And the only end result you get from that is judgment. It's flatly against every command in Scripture about how we deal with others. We're perpetually called to humility, repeatedly told to be gentle to all, to seek peace with all, to put away anger and wrath. Those who defile these things fall under God's condemnation as scorners. I hope this video is a help to you. If it is, give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more insight from Scripture. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments or see you in person at Dexter Gospel Church. Until next time, I hope you stay well and stay both humble and gentle.